In this video, I want to give you an introduction to our new product called Streamery. All social networks have the concept of a timeline or feed, like a Twitter timeline or a Facebook feed. Streamery generalizes this concept into what we call a stream. Anyone can create streams and publish content to streams, and the creator has complete control of the content of the stream. Streamery breaks new ground in several ways, a few of which I'll briefly mention now. And the first and probably most important is that streams can be monetized in several ways, including a subscription cost and a per message view cost. Payouts are done in real time, so you'll see your earnings rise as users subscribe to and view your streams. And the next innovation is that content is created with MDX, which is a supercharged markdown language. MDX lets you create amazing user content and experiences with virtually no restrictions. You can read more about Streamery in our introduction, but now I'd like to create a ledger and get started. A ledger is our term for an account. Ledgers are cryptographic key pairs and are known by a ledger address. Streamery ledgers don't require any personal information, but there are two pieces of information that you need to keep safe. The first is called the passphrase, which is a sequence of 12 words. We generate the passphrase, but don't keep a copy of it on our systems. The passphrase is used to create or restore a ledger, so you must keep it secret and safe. The second thing we require is a platform password. We use this password to encrypt information in local storage. Again, we don't keep this password on our system, so you can't recover it if you lose it. But you can always recover ledgers from passphrases. That's why it's so important to keep the passphrases safe. So let's create a ledger. First, I'll set a password. So just enter password on a confirmation and then click the Set Password button. Now I'll create a ledger. So click the Generate Passphrase button to generate the passphrase. And remember to copy this someplace and keep it safe. The passphrase must be kept secret. So for demonstration purposes, I'm going to generate a new one while I'm not recording, and then I'll scroll it off the screen, and then I'll come back and I'll finish creating the ledger. So now just give the ledger a name and a subtitle, and click the Create Ledger button to create it. So we're navigated to the main Streamery page, and it's asking us to refresh. It refreshed for us if you wait longer than 5 seconds. Now it's asking for our password. So I'll enter the password. And these are it puts in a default list and a default stream for you. The Streamery user interface is a Slack-like interface with 3 parts. There's a command line to enter commands and other information, and then the main area is a timeline, which shows you all the messages and content from your streams, and then the Streamery nav is on the left. You can see that the help Streamery tutorial command has been typed in, so let's just execute that and take a look at it. The tutorial gives us an overview of Streamery, so let's go over it a little bit. There's only a few concepts that you need to know, really. Lists are sets of streams. Streams are sets of messages. That's how the UI is organized, or the streams are organized. And you compose content with MDX, which is a supercharged markdown language that gives you tremendous power to make your content look great. I'll publish something in a second, but I want to just read through this little paragraph about what we're calling the streaming UI. Whenever you click a button in the Streamery nav or issue a command, the reply gets sent here to the timeline in a message, and the message will typically include interactive elements like form fields or buttons or selectors that you interact with to do whatever operation you're trying to do. The timeline is what we're looking at now, and it displays the messages, and the latest message comes out at the bottom, much like Slack. You can use the Streamery nav to be selective about what you want to view in the timeline. Right now, the only thing that since nothing's checked, or the only thing that's checked is the ephemeral stream. That's the only thing that we're seeing right now. The ephemeral stream is the term that we use for all the messages that are sent in reply to commands or button clicks or other user interface operations. It's not saved anywhere and will disappear the next time you start Streamery, and you can clear it by clicking the clear button here. Sometimes a lot of messages will pile up, and you've already looked at them or used them, and so it's useful to have that to be able to clear them. So I'll clear them now, and I'll take a look at the stream that was created for you called My Stream. Whenever you check some boxes here in the stream nav, you need to click the refresh button when you're done. So when I reload that, it will show me the messages in that stream. There's one message in there that we put there, just an introductory message. And yeah, that's all that's there right now. Okay, so now let's publish a message, and we can bring up the tutorial again by reissuing the tutorial command. And if we scroll up it, let's see, where is it? Okay, here it is, help Streamery publish, so we'll issue that command. And this gives us an overview of how to publish messages to streams. It's really quite simple. We have a publish tab, which is right here, and we go there and create the message and then publish it. So let's go there. So there's an edit area on the left, and then it shows us the result on the right. And the default message that we put here, it has a lot of JSX in here, which is one of the features of MDX. It's a lot like HTML, but it's actually much more powerful, and we're just showing you that you could actually embed forms and things like that in your messages. And if you noticed from when we were looking at the tutorial response, we use Tachyon's CSS. It comes with Tachyons, so you can read about that if you'd like. It's just a very powerful CSS framework, and you can make things look really good really easily with it. So let's go back to publish. So I'm going to get rid of some of this. We don't need to send some of this. So I'll just make a simple message here. So that's all I'll send. And you can see that this is the selector for the streams we want to send it to. It's empty right now, so we have to go to the nav and we select. These are the streams we want to appear in this in the selector here, and so we just select the ones we want. We only have one, and you can see it will send it to all the check streams. If we had checked more than one, there's only one, or you could use this to just select the one. And you need to have a message title. Give it a title. So let's see. I'll just say first message. And then we click the send button, and it tells us that it was successful. So if we go back to our line, we'll see it's here. Everything is real time. So when you send a message, if somebody's viewing that particular stream, it will appear in their timeline immediately. So let's just take a look at this message. You can see it just contains exactly what I sent. So let me just issue a couple more commands here, and I'll show you some of the things that you can see about your streams and lists. So we can view a stream by clicking the show stream button, and it just shows us the basic information about the stream, earnings, the number of messages, the subscribe cost, which is a default of 10, and the message view cost is 1, which means every time someone views a message, the cost is 1. And we also have the stream ID here, which is something that you need to give to someone if they want to subscribe to the stream. And you could edit the stream if you want. For example, we could change the name to something different. And it just tells us that it's updated. And we can do the same kinds of things through commands. Show streams. It will give us a nice little display here, and you can edit it through here if you wanted to. It's the same thing we just did. We can show lists, and we only have one list. But yeah, everything is accessible through the command line, and I think if it's just issue help Streamery, we'll show you all the available commands. Yeah, there's quite a number of them. So, but I think you can see how convenient the streaming UI is. So now let's subscribe to a stream. We have a stream called Streamery where we publish updates and other information. So let's subscribe to that stream. Type the command subscribe stream, and you give it the ID. And I'll paste that in. So when I issue this command, it'll display a form and it'll tell me to select the list to put it in. I only have one list, so I select the list and hit subscribe. And there's the stream that I just subscribed to. So let me clear my ephemeral stream here, and I will switch over and take a look at that stream to see what's in it. And you can see we just have an introduction and some documentation on the commands and published content, and we're going to use this for updates to the platform as well, so it's a good stream to subscribe to. The last thing I want to talk about before closing out this video is ledgers, accounts, and gas. So if we click the ledgers tab here, we can take a look at our ledger, and you may have to expand it and click the refresh button to get the numbers to update. The accounting unit is called M0, and it's scaled to be equivalent to about 1 US penny so that these numbers make sense. You can see that when you created a ledger, we give you 10,000 M0 plus some in your gas account, which we've used as we've went through the initialization of our streams. So that's how we get paid. Every operation that you perform in Streamery has a gas cost, so you'll see your gas constantly draining as you do things. And that's the reason that we can give you complete control over your data. You only pay for what you use. There's no minimum charge and there's no hidden charges. And the gas card charges are quite low, like posting a message is only a penny or two, and that's one of the more expensive things you can do. And you can also see your total earnings here across all your streams. You can read more about the accounting and gas if you go to the home tab. We have a few things about the monetization model and how gas works, and so you can go there and take a look at that. I think that's all I'm going to do for this intro video. Be sure to check out our channel for more videos on how to use Streamery. Thanks for watching.